Hello, hello. Happy Friday, everybody.
JVDK77 just resubscribed for 92 months. Hey look, another month hype below.
Hey, JVDK, thank you for the 92 months and the tier 2 support. Good evening. How is everyone? Anyone from hell in here used to be called UK? Sounds like somebody needs to get an air conditioner. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Oh my goodness, chat. I was actually going to stream yesterday, but two different things happened. One, it turns out it was meeting day, so I probably shouldn't have streamed anyway. But two, my internet went down during said meeting, and it was down from like, gosh, I don't know, about 3:10 p.m. my time until I woke up this morning at around 8 a.m. It's a problem with having a lot of things involving the internet in your life. When the internet goes down, those things that you have in your life no longer exist as long as it's down. So naturally, I went to my phone and I was like, okay, I have a cell phone that's got internet connection. Yeah, let's go ahead and just see what's going on in the world with this thing. Turns out my cell phone at my house doesn't get very good internet signal. In fact, it was giving me an exclamation mark on the connectivity thingy. Like, I can make phone calls on it, and that's fine. But, like, for whatever reason, it just would not connect to the internet. I don't know. So I called up my cell phone provider. It's like, hey, why is my phone not connecting to the internet? And they're like, you're on a very old plan, and it's probably the plan because priorities and this and that. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And then, like, fine. I hung up with the guy after we decided it was the plan, or that's all he could come up with. So I changed my plan on my phone. Guess what? Still doesn't work. Nope. Cell tower by my house apparently just sucks for getting internet connection through it. When, like, I guess the neighborhood internet goes down, everybody's phone connects to that tower, is like trying to get it. I don't know. Anyway, spent a lot of yesterday with no internet, so that was fun. How was your yesterdays? Hope everybody had a good one. It makes me realize though that I need to get things in my house like books or Blu-ray movies, TV shows, things that are offline that I can actually utilize when my internet goes down. Playing board games with Max. Yeah, that's another thing. I don't really have a lot of things to do. Like, I have some single player games on my phone, like Sudoku or Minesweeper, things that are like, things that you would play for about 5 minutes and get bored of. I don't really have anything involved that I can do like that. I need to start getting things. Yeah, audiobook was the next thing I was going to go for. I have Audible on my phone, and it's like, oh, sorry, communication error. Even though I've downloaded stuff, it's weird. Like, I have all these things that are supposed to work offline, but they don't work when my internet goes down. Like, I have Home Assistant, for instance, that controls house lights, like turning my front porch lights on and off and my house lights on and off and dimming my kitchen lights and so on and so forth. I have that, and that doesn't require internet connection, but when my internet goes down, it's like, I don't know how to connect to the server anymore. It doesn't make sense. I don't understand. I don't know. You thought I would have had a Breaking Bad box set? It's something I should have. I do like that TV show, but I don't have it. Anyway, so we're going to be playing some Star Technology today. I played a little bit trying to kill some time yesterday. You notice I have a whole bunch of these laser nodes under here. We had barrels previously, and I think we had barrels on top. I removed all that. I replaced it with these laser nodes. I added some more basic sifters. We have sifted all of our backlog of purified ores. So there's no purified ores. As soon as they come in, they get taken out immediately. These are all crushed. Oh, actually, we have this and this, which needs to get added to... Is it this one, the centrifuge? I assume, and I didn't look, that laser has like a way that you can do by tag, some kind of filter. Tag filter, yep. I assume we do that because these should have, yeah, pure dusts tag. That way I don't have to set each one individually. And that should be the same thing as like these here. Maybe something sludge. Yeah, it looks like all this sludge. And then magnetite goes through. I don't know. Like, there's a few things. These right here, these pure dust, these could all be turned into a tag filter. That means I'd have to get another... I'm pretty sure that means I'd have to get another stocking item card and then put the tag filter in that. Okay. Let's make a tag filter. Let's do this just so I can get accustomed to this. So tag filter. New recipe unlocked. Ooh, how I do this? Ah, look at this. Pure dusts. Boop. So if I look back at this, yeah, it just says forge pure dust. And then I assume I could type in, I don't know if this would allow me to do like regex. Like I just type pure or pure like that or whatever. I'm not sure, but this works. Okay. Oh, that clears everything, I guess. That's add, subtract, and clear everything, I guess. All right, let's try this again. Add that. Aha. Oh, and okay, and that just is because I had this in here. It shows the different things. Got it. Looks like multiple pages. You can have a lot of things in this tag filter. That's pretty cool. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to clear these out. And then we want to add another item card. I'm out of item cards, apparently. Item card. Item cards. Made a bunch of cards yesterday too. If you saw in here, I have a bunch of basic filters, counting cards. I did some of these node overclockers. So I was just kind of playing around with this mod, trying to experiment with it and understand things a little bit better. So this should be a stock with this tag filter. And then, ooh, we're blocked. Let's try that again. Stop. Whoop. Oh. Stock. Default extract tag filter. Okay. So I'm noticing things are not going in this machine. I don't understand why. You can maybe do a filter on the extract and set to a different channel to make that setup easier. I don't know how a different channel would make it easier. But this does not appear to be working. I have purified pile of emerald dust. We have pure dust as the item tag. We're stocking default tag filter. Okay, let's take this machine out of the equation. It's what I normally do because Greg Tech machines can kind of like mess with you a little bit. Let's just try and hook this up to something. Chest. And see if we can get it to work. Oop, I guess that's fine. Chest, this. And then we go from here to there. Nothing. Why does this not work? If you shift click the card holder, it will pull the cards into itself from your inventory. Okay. Tag filter doesn't work with stocking mode, only counting filter works. Really? Well, that's obnoxious. Okay, well, good to know. All right, we'll just set this up the same way. We'll just have one stocking for everything and one for the pure dust, and we'll individually set those. Pure. Well, now it's working. Okay. So you can't use the tag filter with the stocking mode. Good to know. That kind of information would be nice if it actually was applied to the tag item, like where you hold shift. Does not work with stocking mode or something like that on the information. It would be nice. Insert extract is the only way to use tag filters. Okay. Hey, Super Swag, how am I? I am doing well. How are you doing? Hey, Nick. All right, well, these things are chugging along. I was almost thinking today might be a day where we set up ore processing. Like, we have one ore washer, and then I made these other sifters. I made these other sifters over here specifically to get rid of our backlog. But now, if you go through and you look at the uses on this, and it goes through the ore washer, that takes like 20 seconds.
Just resubscribed for 41 months. Friday stream.
No, it takes 10 seconds. So it's 10 seconds for one of those, and if you take a look at the resulting into the sifter, it's 20 seconds. So essentially, you need 2 sifters per 1 washer. And we have 5 of these, so if I add another one, we could add at least 2 more ore washers.
Leatherback just resubscribed for 22 months.
Yo, Liv, welcome back. Thank you for the 41 months. Friday stream, that's right. And Leatherback, hey, welcome back. Thank you for the 22 months. Thank you guys for the support. If we do set up ore washing and stuff, I don't know where. It almost feels like an under here kind of a dealio. Maybe back here in this corner or something. It's not something we need to look at too often, but it is something that we should have. So I'd also want to set up a place where we're getting distilled water, because we're making it here and we're making it like under there or under there, somewhere else. We should just have like one centralized location for that, and then we can send that through the laser network. I think that's what we do. I think we're just going to do it. Hurry up. Ah! Tried grabbing it and like snatched it before I could. I'm not going to expand the base until we get into applied energistics, and then we can start laying that out, and then we'll start designing the base. Um, yeah, we're just going to put it down here. So I think we're going to go almost full scale. That's probably a little much, but we can do that, and then we can put like a row of 8 sifters or washers. Basic or washer. And then we can put the distilleries on the other side. I actually don't know how many we need. I think that's what we do. So we have our washers, we have our sifters, and then we have distillery. Okay, so we need 8, 9, 10, 11 sifters. Interesting. So we need 8 of these. No. How much? Not 8. 8, 9, 10, 11. We need 11 of these. Okay. Item filters. We don't have that broken out. How does this work? We need this. And then we need 22 circuits. I thought I actually crafted some of those yesterday. Let me go look. Maybe I didn't. Okay, well, we got to make some circuits then. I have no idea what's going on with these things, so let's just default them. All right. Whoa, I did not mean to do that. Kind of wish when I shift click it went over into here unless I explicitly place it into the machine, but it's whatever. Okay. So we need to make some circuits. Let's start there. This is going to be our next project. But I want 256. All right, so we need some of these guys. I made a button. Need some of these. Why? I don't understand why this thing keeps like not breaking out like it should. 768. We good. $95 steel rods, huh? Lathe is over here. Isn't that what an electric ore factory does? Isn't what an electric ore factory does? My ore processing setup isn't enough to keep up with one auto sieve. Yeah, I haven't even set up a thing like that yet. We need 115 steel rods. All right, steel rods. We need to put those in the cutter. Oh, there's a button for the card holder. I didn't even look at this. Oh, it's already set to O by default. Toggle car holder pulling. What does that mean?
Number 7 just resubscribed for 59 months. Happy Friday.
I'm glad that key O pulls up everything that says not bound and button. Look at that. I didn't know that was a keybind. That's cool. Number 7, welcome back, dude. Thank you for the 59 months. Happy Friday to you as well. The card holder pulling will pull all cards in your inventory into the card holder. Oh. I'm assuming it'd only do that if they stack. And if that's the case, then I'll leave that on. If they stack because it's full, there's nowhere else for them to go. Anyway, so we needed... I actually don't know. Cutter. Oh, we had some geodes come in. So we need 75 more. 75, so that is 74, 75. Let's see what else. Yep, we need to make some of this. Configured or not, doesn't matter. It will garb it. I mean, can it still pull it if it's the configured card that doesn't stack if there's no space in there? Don't think it will pull if it can't fit. That's what would make sense to me. So I need some copper foil. Bender number 10 should be foil. All right, so I need to make 9 of these, or 26. I need 900 raw rubber pulp for some reason. Can't figure that out. Ooh, we need the resin printed circuit boards, which should be down here. Okay. Copper. All right. Now what's going on? Things are all looking good. Numbers are counting down, which is what we like to see. Copper. How many more of these are we making? A few more. Yep, all this is gonna take a little bit of time. I guess we can make the vacuum tubes while we are waiting. Copper foil. All right, so vacuum tubes. We can do 3 stacks of those. We're still waiting on a little bit of that, so we'll wait. Oh wait, we need more than 3 stacks. All right, we'll wait. Is it done now? Boop. Sweet. So yeah, it's just a red alloy wire we are waiting on, which I guess. Wait, why is that not going? Did I not give it enough ingots? I absolutely didn't. How many do we need? 96. Yeah, liquid tin should be pretty fast though. Yeah, it's still in the circuit assembler. How much do we need? 256, 4 stacks of tin? Oh, that's not as fast as I thought it was going to be. Nowhere near the speed I thought it was going to be. When I put rubber in there, it's like slurp, 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 slurp. These are a little bit slower. Just a little bit. All right, well, I guess we can start putting some of these pieces together. So I need, was that 8 stacks of resistors? One, two, three, 4 of these. I'm gonna need 8 stacks of the vacuum tubes. And then 8 stacks of the red alloy wire. Wait for one more. Socket assembler. So this. Cobble. Guess we can put these over here actually. Okay. Grab this bucket. Wait. I think I was starting to work on this yesterday, and to remove the fact that EMI says that you have a lot of ingredients because you have the completed thing. I put these in my pouch. I was like, I'm sure I made some extras. That's fine. We're still going to make them. We had all the raw ingredients and we're going to need them anyway, so. Oh boy. That's always fun when that happens. So let's grab these. Everything should be completed by the time we need all this stuff. So now we can work on our sifters. I'll just have to remember it's red alloy wire that we're needing over here. In fact, we just need one more stack of red alloy wire, and then after that, it's just the liquid tin. Okay. Right, so sifters. Sifter. We wanted 11? What are we missing? So there, oh, that's only 10. There's 11. Rubber sheets. Oh. Apparently I used rubber sheets and didn't realize I used like basically all of it. Does anyone know if in Laser IO you can daisy change the nodes together and don't have to link them all to a connector? Oh, this was something that I was going to ask you guys. I was going to look it up myself and I forgot because my internet was down. So we have these laser connectors, yeah? There's also advanced laser connector. I was like, oh, I want the advanced one because this obviously will let me connect further away, but it's still the 8 blocks. So what's the difference between the laser connector and the advanced one? Does this one just allow more connections to it, or? I couldn't figure out what the difference is. It just seems to act exactly the same. The advanced is infinite range, but you have to go advanced to advanced. So it's infinite range from this to a node? Is that what it is? Connection exceeds maximum range of 8. Or do you mean it's like infinite range between an advanced laser connection and another one? Connector to connector. Oh. And they go interdimension. Okay. I'm thinking I'm just going to put those away for now. I don't really see much use at the moment. Maybe we'll have use for it later. How are we doing on the red alloy? Okay, liquid tin. Right, so we need tin wire. Where's my wire mill? A good thing you just finished up a wire mill. LV machine hole. Okay, so we could do these 22 of those. And then we need 22 of these. We're gonna be able to do 22 of those? Nope. Tin cables, huh? Okay. Oh, we also need zinc foil. 144 zinc foil. That is 36 zinc. Anything else that we need that's going to take some processing? I think we're good. Three more of these. Now we need 11 of these. Jesus, wire mill takes forever. Did we have these last stream? Did I make 3 of these before, or did I do this off stream? I don't remember. I know we had at least 1. But it seems like we don't need 3 of them. I did make those 3? Okay. I don't really like doing a lot of things off camera, but like I was really bored. uh... 22 of these. Yeah, upgrading to the other machines is definitely something that I want to do. I just don't want to lose my place here. We'll probably make the wire mill after this. Hello, Mithrodon. Well, I need 3 more. And then we gotta wait for the wires, I assume, for this. Yeah. Sweet. So that is going to be these guys here. So I suppose we can start setting up these. Item card. I need 2 item cards per.
Lolacry cheered 1000, happy Friday. Have some bits for Max, the fluffiest of cats who needs treats and pats.
Lolo, hey, thanks so much for the 1,000 bits. Appreciate that. Treats for Max. Let's go. Extract. There isn't a way like I can copy this and it'll copy all the cards, right? That would be sick if like you could do that. You just gotta click like the tab and I'll copy the tab for you. And then these are going to be set to stock, and then we need a stock, I guess, based on specific things. Nope. Ah. Okay, let's do this. Coal, Certus, Quartzite, Emerald, Pentalite, Ruby, Diamond, Sapphire, Sapphire. Oh, quest complete. We did it. Let's go. I can't be on that screen. Purified Certus. Purified Quartzite. Emerald. Pentlandite. Pentlandite. Ruby. Diamond. Sapphire. Both this one and this one. Okay. So then stock count. All right, so that should be all of those, and then we copy and pasta. You know, I just realized I put these all in the north one. Or I put this one in the north one anyway. These should be in the up. Crap. Okay, I'm gonna have to change all those. No! So many configurations to set. Okay. So these are all wrong as well. Yeah, probably should have done siftables, huh? That's fine. This isn't going to be our final setup. This is a temporary setup until we go and make the final setup. Okay, so can I make the rest of my sifters? Nemo, I tried doing that, and apparently it's not available to everybody. I think it's still in testing, but yes, as soon as I can, I will. Whoops. Okay, we need a bunch of this. Ah. Not sure if I even made enough. Should be pretty close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Need a little bit more. No! I hate when I do that. Do I have to haunt? No. Are we out of mortars? We're out of mortars. Stone. Am I really out of stone? We fix. Can you make the soul wire and the alloy smelter? Yes. It's actually cheaper. But we've already made the dust, so it's too late now. All right, let me just smelt all this. It definitely is good to know, but that's another thing why I want to get Applied Energistics set up, just so I can go through and set up the complicated recipes that I don't have to remember. the most efficient ones and the better ones, right? Trying to memorize all those and remember, like, hey, you can do this in the alloy smelter, or you could do this in the bending machine, or you could do this in the whatever this thing, the press, or you know, it's just too many things to remember. I can't do it. Too small of a brain. So now we need to turn those into wires. I kind of hate the fact that when you're placing down wires, it's smarter to place the wire first and then place the machines as opposed to doing it the other way, because then you got to go and click it multiple times with the wire cutters. Just one of those annoying Greg Tech things. All right, so then we're gonna power that. I guess we're gonna do two 16 amps. Energy or is it power convert or energy convert? This is what we want, 16 amp. This one. Two of these. Two of those, two of these. It's weird that this recipe should be done this way. Says I need 31 of those. Right, and then we can do two of those. Sweet. I think we're gonna end up powering these from the top, because it's void underneath. That's why. Okay, then we can place this guy here. Laser. And we need an energy card. It's already set to insert by default, which is great. And then we need to bring the laser over here, which is fine. We can just run this one over or something. Oh, it looks like we got some right here. We'd run that over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, did I do that the wrong way? Now I gotta mess with this. I shouldn't have changed these things. Man, this is annoying. Yeah, all of those are powered up. I guess it is time to make 7 basic ore washers. Basic ore wash. 7 of these. Tin cables. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7 of these. Oh. I should probably upgrade to aluminum tools. All right, Ariel, we'll catch you later. Can I do this? Aluminum aluminum file. What else do we need? Screwdriver. And then crowbar. I think we're missing the dies. It's like we have black dice, so we'll do that. I can't remember if there's anything else that I need. There's a soft mallet, which is made out of rubber. Rubber soft mallet. We don't have rubber ingot, so I can't do that. So we'll just make another wooden one. I know I'm missing something else. I have a plunger in my bag. But yeah, having all of these things available is definitely the right move. Okay, so wrench. I know I just made an aluminum wrench. We're gonna make another one. Why do I not see it in here? Right there. All right, back to this. 6 of these. 7 of these. 7 of those. 14. Oh, 10 plates. I need 14 screws, tin rod, cutter. I don't have any tin bolts, do I? I do. Lathe. Knife? I don't really use a knife that often, but yeah, that would be another tool. I think that's really explicitly used for crafting with, as opposed to like any utility. I mean, I guess the same thing could be said about the file. I'm just gonna do it anyway. Just gonna make it anyway. Wire cutter. How did I forget the wire cutter? What am I missing? I'm missing everything. I'm probably an aluminum screw. Okay. So we needed 14 of these. Oh, what did I just lose? Is that my screwdriver? I make a new aluminum screwdriver. All right, 10 rotors, and then we need 7 of those. Oh, gotta place these up against the cable. Give me, what the heck? All right, then we need 6 more basic distilleries because we already have another one over here. So 6 basic distilleries. Long copper rod. Yeah, the mortar is really exclusively used just for crafting. I don't think I'm going to carry one around with me. I mean, I really shouldn't need to carry around like the saw or the file either, or the knife. I think those are really exclusively crafting. I don't think they have any utility. Everything else here has a purpose to have in my backpack. I don't think these 3 do. What was I making? Long rods, lead. So we need magnetic iron. Oh, I got a lot of iron rods. Guess we'll just do a full stack. Polarizer. I don't use it often, but I do use it. I would say probably once, maybe twice a month. SD, hello. Mirax, we'll see you later if you're still here. Have a great rest of your weekend. Bronze plate. $12 of those. 6 of these. We need another 10 plate. So I need 10 bolts. We don't have any 10. We do have 10 rods. Cutter. Oh, that's slow. Tree farm broke or what? No, I turned it off. There's really no reason for it to be running constantly. We're not using wood. We have 10,000 of it, a little over 9,000, right? And we had 134,000 charcoal, which we are not using at all. So, actually, that's not true. I think this is using a little bit of charcoal. But, like, we have so much. There's no reason to keep it running. So I turned it off. So I need to put in the bender on number 1, the long copper rods. Number 1 bender. Yep. Is everybody's Friday going well today? Everybody having a good one? You better be, or else. Boop, boop. So I need 2 more to be crafted? Putting on 1 more? Having a quiet Friday, keeping cool with fans and ice cream. Ooh, ice cream sounds good. I want some. Okay, so we need fluid in, fluid out on these things. Can I turn... Yeah. Fluid card. Oh, I'm doing it again! Dang it! Okay. So now we want the first one to be No, I think we're going to leave those insert. Yeah, I think we're going to leave those insert. And then we can use the stocking. And then this one is going to be insert with a filter of water. Do I have to put a bucket in there? Guess that works. Well, you were gonna say it's pretty alright, but now you want to find out about the or else? Sitting at the car dealer waiting for them to fix your driver's seat controls so they don't catch on fire? Oh boy. Yeah, that wouldn't be good. You bet it'll leave the or else a mystery just to keep us in line. That's right. How do you turn off EMI? You can come into this and then click this button. And then it goes away. That way it's not displaying here. But I did Control O and that just hides like everything. So it's this one here. Oh, you know what? I'm doing this wrong. I think. I am doing this wrong. This needs to be set to... No, this is right. Insert water. No, I'm doing this right. Never mind. Okay. So then we go from here to there. Okay, I gotta set the numbers, but these are all getting water. Okay. Anything else I need to do? So we haven't put anything into the washers yet. And these we're just gonna, we're gonna use this one as like our stocking. So what's something that needs distilled water? Actually, I guess we need to turn these on. Let's get these distilling. Oh, I can't grab that. Okay, so we have distilled water, and that should be... Oh, we don't have that over here. Right, that'd be coming up over here. So let's see if this works. So if I put in this, we go stock. Oh, I put the wrong thing. I don't want that. I think it's fine to fill these up. Basic ore washer, and then I need an item. So it's fluid and then an item, and this is going to be set to extract. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's it doing? I had that set to extract. Why did it put anything in there? Oh, because it was set to insert, I guess, right away. No, it's... Why is it still doing stuff? I'm confused. I'm gonna assume it put something in there, started washing, and then it put another thing in there, and it queued up, and then that's the second thing that it just washed. Okay, so let's do fluid. Probably what I need to do is disconnect that line for now, so that doesn't happen. So, did I put these all in the wrong thing again? I hate it. Ah! Chat, we're experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. Okay. Copy that. Pasta. 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 Okay, so I need more fluid and I need more item cards. Fluid card. I need some buckets. All right, so we want to make buckets. 16 should be enough to get us going for now. This. All right, and then that's really gonna be the thing that's good. Is I fill up my inventory, then I do the polar and just sucks them all in. Okay, so now I want an item card. All right. Item card. Item fluid. All right. Nope. Nope. Okay. We got that solved. So now we do the item card, and the item card is going to be extract. Yep. So then we... Gosh, which button is it? Is it this one? That's copy. Paste. Okay, so then we're also going to need an insert. So the ores to wash, I guess, any crushed ores? Yeah, so these are going to need a tag. But we can't do it that way, yeah? I would need to have an extract card on a specific channel, and then we can use the tag filter for stocking, or not stocking, for insert. So item card, extract. We're going to put this on channel, I guess the black channel. And we are going to use a tag filter. This won't work. Nope, this isn't going to work because with my experience from Monofactory, we can't just wash everything like that because there's going to be some ores that we want to do with sodium persulfate, some with mercury. We can't just assume everything is going into this. This has to be explicitly set. So this tag filter is not going to work. I guess we can still do the same black channel and just explicitly set all the ores and then filter where we want them to go. Yeah, okay. So let's do... We're going to do a basic filter. We're extracting default black channel. We'll go ahead and bring this up. Bring that down. Okay. So on this channel, crushed. I think everything that we have crushed at this point is fine to go into this. So like the tag filter probably would have worked for right now, but it won't work forever. Oh, and we don't have enough space for all that. So that was everything up until the ruby, these over here. So I have to do yet another extract card. Item card. Black. Extract. Filter. This. And then boop, 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 boop. Okay. So over here, we can do an item card, insert on black. Oh, I don't have this connected. We'll keep those in the same order then. Whoops. All right, and then copy. All right, so if I connect this to here, it should just work. Excuse me, but a long-time lurker, what made you switch from a condenser mic to a dynamic and now a different mic? Excuse me for one moment while I lower the volume of this sound here. Did this one? Whew. And then the sifting. And distillery. This one? Okay. So what made me switch from a condenser mic to a dynamic and now a different mic? So the condenser mic that I had originally, I assume that's the Blue Yeti you're referring to. That was like an entry-level podcast microphone, and it did its job, but like I didn't like the fact that it was USB, and I couldn't really do a lot with it. Like you can't plug it into an interface or into like, what was it, I'm trying to think of the name of this device. Like an external box that you plug your mic into and you can adjust, like an equalizer. Not really an equalizer, but like one of those things where you can adjust like the performance of it. So I got rid of the Yeti and then I switched over to, what was it, the Rode Podcaster or Procaster, the XLR mic, which allowed me to do that, plug my mic in so I could adjust the way it sounds before it goes into my computer. And then that worked, but it was not as good a quality as I wanted. So then I switched to the Shure SM7B, which is the tried and true. Basically, you see it all over the place on the internet. Almost every podcaster is using this particular mic. Not everybody, but almost. It's got a great sound quality to it, and it allows me to plug into like my mixer and whatever using the XLR connection. Yeah, since I switched to this, I haven't even thought about wanting to change my mic. This is like the forever mic. So we can get rid of this. Get rid of this, get rid of all that, and just put up here and have it go into Distilled. But I will warn you, if you haven't looked at the Shure SM7B, it is not a cheap microphone. It is very expensive. Definitely not an entry level. Okay, so we've dropped down a little bit. Let's grab from this to there. And now we have distilled water. We went up to 8. So we good? I can adjust. I could adjust that. I guess it doesn't really matter. That's all fine. Now we can throw this other one over here. Maybe it would be better to like have all of the distilled water go into like a tank and then we extract out of that tank so we can see the overall level and then which machines are running to keep that full, as opposed to this where we only can hold up to 8 buckets per machine. I don't know. I mean, if these machines start running out and we can't keep up, we just have to add more machines or increase the power tier. This one's full. I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, so purified. This needs to go into the thing upstairs. Centrifuge. All right, that's taken care of. Now, the other thing that we're going to have to worry about... Wait a second, I just want to check this one real quick. Oh, yeah, we have explicitly said which ones to go in here. The other thing we're going to have to take note of is we have thousands, tens of thousands of different ores. Like, that's going to get sifted. Where's a good example? Here. 65,000 crushed stibnite ore. So that's going to go through the ore washer. But we need to like do something with this. Like this has to be... Okay. If we don't do anything with it, we're going to have 65,000 purified stibnite ore in the system. But it's not going to go into a drawer. It's going to go into this. And I don't know if we got storage for that, right? Like we got lots of storage, but I don't know if we got 65,000 item storage. And then not to mention there's also this and then this one that's all going to go in there. And these 89, 88,000. So like we can't just AFK and expect everything to be all right at this point. Like we are going to have to deal with that. So I guess for each one of these, I think those are fine to kind of ignore for now. So for each one of these, we need to check out the purified and what we do with this for the ore processing and just make sure the end result has a place to be stored. You had 2 Shures beforehand as well as a mixer, but after a while you just realize it's better to go a little basic in terms of microphone. You're currently using an AT2035 as well as a 286S from DBX. That does the job great just for communicating to your friends online. Yeah, I had the 286S as well. That's what I had my Rode Procaster plugged into, if I remember correctly. There was something about that. The sound just never sounded good to me. It had the nice functionality of having a gate and being able to boost the output sound. But like it didn't have the fine functionality that I wanted. And it just never sounded correct to me. I mean, it works. It got the job done, but I definitely felt like there was better stuff, and that's why I elected to go the route that I went. All right, so crushed sphalerite. So we're going to get purified sphalerite, and then that's going to... Man, we're going to have to do like thermal centrifuges and stuff too. I didn't even consider that. So we're going to need some thermal centrifuges. And we're also going to need some macerators. I don't know how many thermal centrifuges we need. So let's take a look. How long does this take to purify? This takes in distilled water 10 seconds. And if we run that through a thermal centrifuge, that process takes 20. So we need twice the amount, similar to the sifters. So I need 16 thermal centrifuges and then I guess 16 macerators. I'm not sure we're going to have the room for it, but I can move this. That doesn't have to be there. Hey, Alpha. How's it going? It's going well. How are you doing? Yeah, so if we go 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's gonna be kind of a problem. This is like in the way, and this can literally be moved anywhere, so it's not really an issue. Let's place down these things and kind of get this actually laid down a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, I guess the next thing we should do is move this water. We can like throw it underneath one of these or something. So let's see, that is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. That's probably bigger than what we need. No, that's actually that's the size we need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's the right size. I kind of want to swap these from extracting water to being stocking water. The only thing is, I don't know where we are using water where we would have to put it on stock. As opposed... Like, I feel like that's going to break something if I make that change. But I guess we could make the change, and when things break, we just fix it. I just feel like having things stocked and not pushed is better than pushing. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I really hate how that thing just constantly like changes. I like the better the fact that it's more clean this way, where like it only shows the lasers when I have it wrenched, is great. But like it is so frustrating that I constantly have to make that change again. I think we're just gonna change it back so it's just always showing. I'm tired of having to constantly like mess with it. Okay, so we are grabbing water over here. How are we doing that? So we're inserting water, but this should actually be stock water. So we can see water is down to 6. We change this back to stock. Now it's up to 8. Okay, so that's all the water being stocked. And this was stocking distilled water for everything else that needs it. Where else are we using water? These use water. Stock. Water. This is using water, but it is... Okay. I don't understand what is going on here. We're inserting. We're inserting from here, which is raw ore slurry. That's going to here. So why is this not going? Raw ore slurry should be making this stuff, and it's just not working. It has power. It has raw ore slurry. I don't know why this isn't going. The power connectors is working. This got power? That's got power. Why you no go? One bucket, no circuit. I don't understand. Chat, what am I doing wrong here? I don't think having water on its own network is helpful. I really feel that just having it provided and then you just stock it is perfectly adequate. No, there's no number. Let me look. So uses on the raw ore slurry in the centrifuge. It needs an MV centrifuge, which we have. It just needs raw ore slurry. If there was a number required, it'd be like right here. There's no number. So it's literally just a bucket of raw ore slurry in a centrifuge. That's MV. This is an MV centrifuge. MV. 48 buckets of raw ore slurry, and there's nothing in any of the outputs. Break and replace. You want me to delete 48 buckets of raw ore slurry? Are you crazy? Do you know how expensive that is? This is an electrolyzer. Why is this an electrolyzer? I could have sworn we had this thing set up the whole time and this was working. How did that mistake happen? Yeah, Nick, good call on that. I would have known if it said something besides advanced at the top of the screen here. It's just advanced. Interesting. So this is supposed to be a centrifuge. Advanced centrifuge. I have no idea how this happened. But one thing I do know for sure is I'm blaming chat for it. Oh, did I bring the wrong fluid over? Is that the problem? Is it this one that I should have over there? Raw or slurry? What even is this machine? So it should be rare or residue. And that get electrolyzes. So how did the wrong fluid get over there? That is probably because it's not filtered. This needs a filter on it. The second time I've used a plunger. I don't remember, somebody asked how often I use a plunger. Often enough I want to keep in my backpack. No, I understand that this is gonna break. I understand. We will fix this. But as long as the right fluid gets into the machine, that's all that matters. You run around with a plunger in your backpack? I thought everybody did. Yeah, now that we have laser IO, we can get rid of this stuff. And we can put this directly into a trash can and then have that get provided to the electrolyzer. Oh, that filled this thing up with drilling fluid too. Okay. That's my mistake. That should not have been orange and blue. That should have just been blue. Whoops. Whoopsie doodle. All right, so we want this to be that. We want this to be that. And we can use this node. So the one we want is which one? Oop. Not the slurry, it's the rare or residue. So raw or slurry gets deleted. Raw or slurry. And then rare or residue we want here. And then we need to connect these to this. You have a pocket plunger, you never know when, who may need it? Oh no. Okay, so all of these nodes are on its own separate network, which is perfectly fine with me. You just have a drum and you empty out machines? Well, how do you empty out the drum? You put in the crafting grid? I mean, that seems like a lot of work. All right, so we were going to be making some thermal centrifuges. Oh, we can get rid of this now. One extra click is a lot of work. Guess I don't need this. Tag filter. I wish I could put these in here to like reset them, but you can't do that. It's kind of annoying, honestly. Okay, so thermal. Basic thermal center fudge. 16. So I need 32 4x copper wire. Let's do the tin wire first. Tin wire. I was going to make an MV wire mill. Okay, let's do that actually. Let's back up. Let's make an MV wire mill. This guy, that, this. Look how easy that was. It was easy. Sign. Wire mill. Wire miss? Wire mill? Get rid of that. Were we out of lasers? Laser. Are we really out of... I guess we are. Okay. All right. Okay. Laser. 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 Glass panes? What a pain. Laser. All right, so we have that wire mill, this item card, extract, boom, and then I guess I need to add this to the network. Right, so back to maybe we should make a bender too while we're at it. Bender. One, two, three, four. One. Oh, one. 1, 2. Oh, 1, 2. 1.
My Toskly just resubscribed for 21 months.
Yo, Miro, hey, welcome back. Thank you for the 21 months. Thank you, thank you. Bender. This is going to throw me off because I think on the other side, it's bender and then wire mill, and now we got those reversed here. Oh, well. It'll be fine. I'll just have to remember. So we wanted 4x copper wire. Is that number 4? That is number 4. Wait. Oh, we can't make a 4x directly in the wire mill. No, that's a packer. Wire mill. Number 4. Yeah, number 4. Okay, so going back to thermal, this guy, 16, like so. So we need 106 of these, 16 of these. 16 of these. 32 of these. That's a lot of clicking. Click, 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 click. And then we gotta wait for the copper wires. I probably don't need all of that, honestly. Is that going to be enough? I might need that many more in there. Maybe. Maybe I put too many. I put too many in there. Maybe I put too many in there still. We good. We good. Boom. 16. New recipes unlocked. We did it, everybody. We unlocked those recipes. Oh, so before I do that, let's grab the soul infused wire. Stone. Boop. Boop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we put the thermal centrifuges. I'm thinking how to do this more effectively with these nodes. I think there was some rumbling earlier when we set up the other ones, but maybe we should have one node that's stocking up like a chest, and then we have all of these, instead of being self-filtered, they just pull from that chest. So anything that goes in the chest is already filtered, that go into the thermal centrifuge, and then these guys just pull whatever's in the chest. That way we have to do far fewer filters and settings anytime something changes. I think that's the way to go. So this will be our input chest. I need two 16 amp power energy converter. All right, 2 of these, 2 of those, 15 of these, 8 of those, and boop boop. You have returned. Welcome back, SD. Welcome back. I think I gotta do this differently. I think we're gonna place this here, so this will insert, and then we have to have a separate node for the sub network. And then we'll have this guy connected to here. This will see the stuff that's in this chest that's being put there from the main network, from this guy that's connected to the main network, which is providing power, and then the filtered items. This one will extract out of here. It doesn't care what's in the chest because it's already being filtered. So anything that's in that chest just gets distributed to all these guys. So this one, we can just set this up. And the up, we want an item card. And this we can just say insert, and then we can, no, we'll extract. Extract. Round robin true. We can adjust this. I'm going to do one just so it like utilizes more of the machines at once instead of like dumping everything into one machine. Hopefully this will be fine. Yeah, so we're extracting, that's going into these round robin style. This one we're going to be inserting it into this chest. And that is going to be filtered. So anything that we want to be thermal centrifuged, we have to put here. Then down, we need energy. Insert. Okay, that's basically it. So once we set this filter, then this will start operating here. Oh, how do I return the results? Good question. We could have another chest here, and then we can extract from that chest. Yep. This will be a return chest. I didn't even consider that fact, that option, that idea. So this is the south one. Item card, extract. And then that goes to the main network. And then we need another one of these to insert. This is where like a different colored channel comes into play. So orange, insert. All right, and then each one of these needs 2 item cards. Hello, Nana. Whoa. That doesn't look right. Make sure we got 2 beams on each one of these. It looks like we are good. All right, so starting here, we will extract on the extract on the first card. Oh, I need to set that to the channel. We're extracting on the first card on orange. Okay, and then everything else should be set up. So we're inserting into this on orange. This needs to be connected to there. So we're inserting on orange. We're extracting round robin, 1 item at a time. I think that seems correct. These are receiving, and then they're extracting on orange. Okay. So now the question is, do we have any purified stuff that we can thermal centrifuge? Doesn't look like we have any. We have purified pile of sodalite. We have so much sodalite ore that's going to be processed. Holy cow. And then we're also going to need some centrifuges specifically for this process here. But the good news is all these machines are running. And we're not backing up early, doesn't look like. I think we're good to connect this to the network. I don't think anything's going to go in these just yet. But I am fairly certain that that is configured correctly. Okay. So now we need to set up macerators. Macerator. Actually, do I have... So we need 15. I already have one that we can utilize. 15. Two gap on rows. Oh. Didn't realize I did that. Yeah, I'll fix it. So Bender, item card, extract. Sweet. And then I need a robot arm. Okay. What else are we missing here? We got that. We need wire. Tin wire. Wire mill number 1. This needs a robot arm as well. Robot arm. Import. Okay. You know, I could have sworn I just made a whole bunch of wrought iron plates. Apparently I didn't make enough, so let's go throw these over here. Magnetic iron. Polarizer. And then... should be able to make 14 of these. Okay, we got some stuff we're waiting on. I guess I can unbookmark this. All right, let's go fix the mistake down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I guess this is going to be similar, where we have input for being macerated and then output. It's kind of annoying the amount of cards that I have to make to do all this stuff. Like, I just made a bunch of item cards and now we're out again, so. Four X, yep. Nope. Need like a cobblestone or something. Doesn't work. So there's that. So I need chest, node, chest. Oh, that actually needs to go up a block. That should be node, chest, node, chest, node. Okay. So how did I do this one? Up is just an item card. I guess we can just literally copy that. And this one up is item card. And this one. Okay, we need energy pointing down. So south. Item card. Item card. North item card. The north one here. Copy. Pasta. All right. So I need another LV16A. No, I have it here. All right. How do I do that? They're connected down here. All right, so that connects to the main network. We're not going to do that yet until we get everything else situated. But I think besides the macerators, we should be pretty well. The macerators, and I got to get the cards configured, and then we should be about done. 15 of those, 155 of these. All right. So nothing is going to go into this chest. That is the north chest. Nothing should go in there until we put something in this filter. So I should be good to connect this up here. Everything should have power. Okay, and then we need to connect all the item nodes. Did overclock the top chest extract card with paste? The top chest extract card. It did. Set to round robin, extract round robin, and overclocked it, and set the transfer amount and the ticks. Yep, did everything as I would have expected it to do when you do a copy. Item card. No, that's not good. Whoops. BRB. $200. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. I just remember we have the building gadget. I haven't touched this thing in a long, long time. But I want to place horizontal wall, surface. Clay balls for days. Need 1,000 gold nuggets. This is really overkill for what we need. I'm tired of having to make these things. We're just making them all. Hopefully we won't have to make those again. You can right click the top side laser and know to be on the top side in the interface. Oh, that's a good tip. That must be when I right click on it. Sometimes it's like opened up the correct thing and sometimes it doesn't. I'd never understood why, but now I do. Right, so now we can get rid of this. Item cards. Nope. Need some more golden nuggies. All right. What's the vein miner in this pack called? FTB Ultimine? And if you shift right click, it opens the opposite interface. If you're far enough, you don't carry on. Yeah. So if I right click the top, yeah, it shows the top interface. And if I click here, it shows the north. I got it. I never even noticed that it was direction based where you're clicking. That makes sense though. My boots are getting a little low. We'll take those off for now. Let it charge up. Okay, so we need more cards in here. Oh, I'm doing it again. Did I already get all of them on the other side? Yeah, okay. So we're gonna copy this. Nope. Try that again. Try again. Okay, so those should all be done. You can visually see that the one is a different color. And then the other card is just set to insert, yeah? Yeah, just insert basic. Don't have to change that one at all. So everything should now be set up on this exactly the same. How are my boots doing before I accidentally go into the void? They're getting there. I believe the boots only use power when I'm flying, but I've been flying a lot and hovering and this and that, so. It's good enough for now. We don't need full charge. Oh, right. We already connected that. So everything should be good to go on this one. We just need to set the filter on the north side. And that'll be the one that macerates things en masse. So are we macerating anything upstairs automatically? Yes, we are macerating these. What are we macerating up here? We're stocking this stuff. So I guess we could add another filter card that's got all that stuff down there, and then that'll be done down there instead of up here. And then I don't know what we're going to do with 3 MV macerators. Maybe we should have made all the ore processing MV instead of LV. I don't know. That's a lot of aluminum, though. Do you have the battery thing from thermal? I don't know what the battery thing is. Oh, I know what you're talking about. The, yeah, I don't think there are those things in this pack. What are those things called? It's like energy cell, not energy cell, the thing that like charges tools and whatnot. Yeah, it looks like those were disabled. I don't see them here if I search for thermal. Same with the reservoirs. I don't see those either. Maybe that's just another thermal mod that wasn't included. Beekeeper's boots. Remote detonator? I know they took a lot of the things from thermal and they put it into the Star T mod, the Star Technology mod. So maybe there is those things in here, but they're not showing if I do add thermal. I'm not seeing them though. There's a lot of things in here, but I'm not seeing it. What are these? Runic tablet fragment. A water bowl? Basic scavenging rod. I like how they have this item and it shows how to repair it, but there's like no way to craft it. Multi-block upgrade kit. Use to upgrade some HP machines into multi-block capables of perfect overclock. Interesting. This is the HV machine too. Might have to get them from Water Temple. I don't know about that. I know there's like some exploration in this pack. I don't know like how it all works or when you get to it. Wait, where were we at? We just didn't set up anything. Whoa, into the void I go. We didn't set up anything. I know this doesn't matter, but I think it would. Ooh. I know this doesn't matter, and you don't need to do this, but I kind of feel like it'll look better. Actually, let's undo that. I don't like that. I could put it like underneath, I guess, and then have it. It doesn't really matter, I guess, but I just don't like the way that looks. I definitely think this looks a little bit better, keeping these things a little bit more neat. As much as possible, anyway. Function over form? In some cases, if it's straightening out some wires so it doesn't look like a jumbled mess, I think it's better to do that. Especially since these things are cheap. It's not like they cost a whole lot. Right. So purified. I guess what I need to do. Let's go through these crushed. And then we'll see on the recipes which ones are going into the thermal centrifuge. Probably the ones that are already on these lower amounts are not going to. Okay, so uses. They get sifted. We could. Wait, no, that no. This gets thermaled. Magnetite gets thermaled. So we do this. This gets thermaled. This is purified tin. This guy, thermal. This is sphalerite. Yep, iron. Probably copper too. Yep. Stibnite. Yeah, stibnite. Saltpeter. Yeah, saltpeter gets thermal. Galena? Galena gets thermal. Crushed rock salt. That gets sifted. It could go through that, but this gets sifted. Sodalite, I'm sure, is going to get sifted. Coal's going to get sifted. Certus is sifted. Quartzite, emerald, ruby. Pentalite, I'm not actually sure about. Pentlandite. What does this stuff do? This gets thermaled. Diamond, that's going to get sifted. Green sapphire sifted. Sapphire. Realgar sifted. Gold? Oops. Gold gets thermaled. And then silver, I'm assuming, is the same. Yep. Okay, so that's our list of things. Thermal centrifuge to the north. This one. These guys. Galena. Pentalate. Gold. Silver. So none of those things are doing anything just yet. That's fine. So of these, this doesn't, oh wait, no, it produces this. What do we do with the refined? We macerate. Yeah, so that, yeah, all of these refined ones are going to get macerated after the fact, I am sure. That was iron, magnetite. Saltpeter. Silver. Sphalerite. Stibnite. And finally, tin. Okay, so that goes on the north one here. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, I think we should be good as far as that stuff all goes. So now the final bit. I guess I should keep these. The final bit of these, if we take a look at the uses. So we're going to be getting copper and nickel. So I'm going to need like a drawer for each one of these dusts, essentially. Did I forget gold? I don't see gold in here. Yeah, so there's 10. If we look in this one, is it 10? There's 11. Oh, I missed 2. How did I miss 2? Oh boy. You love you some 404 song? This is Sunscreen by Half an Orange, I believe. Yeah, the name of the song is Sunscreen, Half an Orange. Which one did I miss? Magnetite. We have a match. Tin. We got a match. Sphalerite. We have a match. Iron. Copper. Stibnite. Saltpeter. Galena. Pendolite. This is the one. Okay. So gold and silver. This stuff, I did not grab that. All right, now we good. Now we good. Okay, so going back to this. Oh, crushed gold. That's wrong. Okay, now we good. So going back to this, we need to figure out all the different dusts and make sure we have a drawer for them. Obviously, copper dust. Copper, nickel. Copper, nickel. Galena, we need galena and silver. Iron is iron and tin. Magnetite. Magnetite and gold. Saltpeter. Saltpeter and salt. Silver is silver and sulfur. Where do you have silver? We don't have sulfur. Sphalerite is sphalerite, but this and cadmium. Whoa. Did the wandering trader, did they just despawn? I guess that must be. He definitely made a sound. The gold ore is wrong? Is it still wrong, or am I reading older messages? We find gold, yeah? Cadmium, that's coming from stibnite? No. Sphalerite. So sphalerite, if we take a look at the uses of that, that goes through an electrolyzer, so we're never going to hold this, but we are going to be holding these. So that means we need zinc. Sulfur we already have, and then gallium we don't have. We'll add that. Stibnite. So stibnite and cinnabar. Does stibnite get centrifuge? It does. So stibnite turns into antimony and then sulfur. tin. Tin and zinc. So we already have zinc. Do we have tin? We have tin and zinc, so we're good there. This one turns into cobaltite. No, cobalt. And then this pentlandite. Does this get electrolyzed? That does, into nickel and sulfur. And we already have nickel. Okay, we have nickel. That is fine. And then finally, gold ore, which is gold and silver. And just to be double sure, gold and then silver. Yeah. So we need drawers for like all of these dusts. So that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. Now, we might have some drawers already with some of these. I have no idea what that even is. Salt. Salt's on the list, yeah? We can take salt out of here. We already have a drawer for salt that's fully upgraded. Silver we have. We don't... Yeah, that's fully upgraded. We don't need that. Silver. Calcite we don't. That's not on our list. Dark ashes. Sodium hydroxide. Sulfur we have a drawer for. I think that's it. I think everything else we need. So again, the count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So we need 14 drawers worth of dusts. So we got one. We need to make more drawers. So that's 10, 11. I guess I'll just like square this up. Should be fine. All right, so we need to lock all of these. Lock, 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 lock. Lock, 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 lock. Okay, so I'm gonna need a bunch of copper upgrades. Oop. Dang it. All right, so I need 1, 2, I need 11, I need 44, 43 more. Recipe. This. Let's just make a stack. 64. So I need 503 copper plates. Actually, can I make the double plate in a bender? I can. Let's change this recipe to this one and we'll heart it. Okay, so now 256, so I need 8 stacks of copper essentially. So that goes into the bender on number 2. Bender number 2. Oh boy, that's gonna take a minute. Is the old bender... We put this one number 2 and like put a couple stacks in there, and that'll make things go a little bit faster. Oh, can it not do that in an LV bender? It has to be MV to do that. So we could do these as normal copper plates, I suppose. Needs MG, MY, MV. You got it! Hammer. All right, we'll let that go for a little while. So I guess the first thing that we should do is see if we have any of these dusts and then try to obtain the dust that we don't have. Right? So gold we should have. Gold. Oh yeah, we got a bunch. In fact, I think if I add this, it should just automatically pull out of the other one, the way I have this set up. So I added another interface here, another colossal chest interface. And then I put this node that is just trying to, it's, how do I do this? We're extracting on the orange channel. And then we are inserting on the orange channel over here. So anything that can go into the drawers just automatically gets sucked out and put into this, is how that's working. So gold is done. Saltpeter, rock salt, saltpeter. Gallium. You think this is the first time you catch one of my streams anyway? Just want to say that your Project Dozone series made you enter the modded Minecraft rabbit hole, and now you're playing Greg Tech New Horizon. Oh man, we played that a little bit on stream. Good luck. Zinc. All right, so zinc is done. Magnetite. I'm just looking for dust that I'm pretty sure we're gonna have. Oops, magnetite. Tin dust we should have. Yeah, we got... I want to say we got far into Greg Tech New Horizons, but I wouldn't say it's far at all. We got to the point where we could automate making charcoal to feed one of our steam boilers, and that required an enormous setup to do. To keep one steam boiler completely fed, and then we were having to move on and make another steam boiler, and we'd have to double what I'd already set up, which just took so long to do in the first place. I was like, you know what? I'm kind of good. I'm kind of good on this. Iron dust. Iron dust. Galena? Sweet, we got Galena. Nickel. All right, we should have a decent amount of these things by now. All right, let's make some of these. Man, we only made 24? That's gonna take forever. All right, what else can we do here? Copper? Correct, take New Horizons ref. You got to HV and then lost your save when changing computers, so now you're starting again. Oh boy. Well, you already know what you're getting into if you got to HV. I think that's roughly around where we got to. Wait, didn't I put nickel? I did. Did I not? I guess I didn't remove it. Unless I removed the wrong thing. Hopefully not. All right, so we are missing 5 things here, which I don't think we have any of. Oh, we do have antimony. So we can get rid of that. That's cinnabar. Cobalt. Oh, we do have cobalt. All right, cadmium. I mean, lucky us, we can do this. Ooh. Cadmium and then saltpeter. So we don't have saltpeter and we don't have cinnabar. That's actually not that bad, all things considered. I was actually expecting us to be a little worse off than that. All right. Copper. All right, all the drawers that we added are all upgraded. I don't have voids on them. We really don't need voids for all of these, to be honest. I could make more voids, but honestly, we're talking about holding over 8.4 million items. Maybe we should. I know we're not going to get anywhere close to that right now. But I have voids and everything else. I've convinced myself. Soul. Let me make some plates. All right. Void, void. Void, void. Void, void. Void, void. I don't have voids on these, and I also don't have any upgrades on these. Really only 9? That one needed it. It seems to me that we're getting the copper plates faster than we're getting the double copper plates. It's probably placebo, but it feels that way. Oh, no, that's fine. We need to get upgrades for this. And honestly, upgrades for that. But since they're unupgraded and they don't have voids, we're good. I think these are all fully upgraded, but they're zeroed out. Like they're constantly being processed. I don't have voids on these. I think we're good. So with all of this upgrade here, we should be able to allow everything to process. All of our dust should fill up, which is going to end up draining these. I don't really know how fast that we're getting these ores compared to how fast we're processing them. I do know it's going to take a while to chew through everything. I would like to see these things go. Another thing I do gotta be wary of is that we have drawers for like this stuff. So like sodalite, for instance, we don't have a drawer for. All right, let's make some drawers for that stuff. Drawer. We got one of these. Can I make? We don't have any more chests. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chests. This. Soda light. Lock it up. I am assuming that we have stopped with the copper double plates. Oh no, it's still going. Let's make sure we got plenty of that stuff. At least it's only 4 obsidian per instead of 8. You hate making obsidian? Well, yeah, making obsidian is kind of a pain, but we have it automated, and we've had it automated for a while. Like, we have a lot of it right now. Just super nice. And then we should just be able to add that. Sweet. Let's sort. Middle click sort. Okay, there we go. We sorted. What do we have in here that we need to do something with? We have a lot of emerald ore. That's going to get processed though. Flawless diamonds. I think diamond is the only one we're not going to do that with. We're not going to put the gem. We have its own drawer. Boop, boop, boop. 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 Okay. What else? What else? What else? What else? I have a lot of lazurite dust. Rock salt. Oh, we got rubber going into here. Right. I did see that our rubber wasn't upgraded. Let's upgrade this. Yeah, because that's just trying to put into Tom's, which is going into here first, and when this is full, it like backflows into this. So we have to make sure we have plenty of space for things that are going in the drawers. Sulfur dust. So there's lazurite dust. Why do we have lazurite dust? I guess we just need to find a home for lazurite. How do we get lazurite? So that's something that should be coming like this, but how are we getting this lazurite dust? Oh, that's a byproduct of sodalite. Okay. That's a byproduct. So I guess we could just throw that into like one of these. If we ever start processing lazurite, we're going to want it in one of these 2x2 drawers just to kind of keep things together. But since it doesn't have... Since we aren't like actually farming or processing that particular material, that's just a byproduct. I'm not entirely sure how we're getting this rock salt. Crushed salt. Then we're doing that. So that's giving us 33% chance, and then we're sifting. Is this how we're getting it? Oh, are we... We're going this route, huh? Instead of sifting. I think this is what we're doing. And if we are, we should stop that. We should sift. Now we got saltpeter in there. We are not doing anything with salt. Yeah. All right, let's see. We'll catch you later. I think we are about good here. Everything just needs to kind of process down. Man, we have a lot of stuff. Oh, man. I think the important thing is, at this point, we're not going to run out of inventory space. That's the one thing that I always hate about setting up like temporary storages before we get to AE, where we can just visually see that we can dump in whatever, and if the disks fill up, then we take care of it. This is like less easy to understand what's going on. You got to scroll through all the items. But I think we should be good for like some AFK sessions here and not worry about things like overfilling at this point. Now, we do have some drawers here which probably aren't worth keeping these items at 0. Like, it's a place for them to go, but they're being processed immediately. So those are probably things that we're going to remove and then like free up those drawers. Yeah, I'm not even sure what this is. I wish there was a way it would tell me what that item is. What's making the power in my base? We are getting it all from diamonds. On lapidary dynamos. Yeah. So we're getting diamonds, I think, from sifting gravel or sifting sand. One of the two. It's probably gravel. And then those are being burned for power. Still got quite a bit of power remaining, honestly. How many more of these can we make? 1, because we are out of tin plates. Yeah, getting into applied energistics is probably going to be our next step for the next stream, I think. I feel like we're about there. I'm not actually sure how close or how far we are. But I do know getting this stuff set up just so we have like stuff being processed, even before we get to that point, is definitely a good thing. Where are we getting channel 15 from? This black channel? Is that coming from over here? It is. Okay. Music's been awesome tonight. Glad you've been enjoying it. It's all Monster Cat music. Stuff I played on my stream lots and lots and lots before. Good news! Your car is no longer in danger of catching on fire. I thought flames are supposed to make cars go faster, though, so I'm sorry for your loss. You have the slow car without the flames. But it's better for your safety. And when you do get AE, do you need to change all the laser IO? We probably will. Not because we need to, but because this isn't the permanent location for all this stuff. This is just like something we're setting up that's going to get torn down before we make the real setup later. All right. Tin. Tin, tin, tin. Hammer. Beep, 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 beep. All right, let's get him out. Cool. I think we're good for today. I would say we got a decent amount of stuff done. We kind of have some duplicated stuff here. I think, like, essentially... Oh, we need to set up electrolyzer downstairs, and we need to set up a centrifuge downstairs. Those two we need to, like, make a new thing for and get them out of here. These machines, I kind of want to just be our work machines. Like, hey, we need something, go throw some stuff over here. Not have them be automated by other stuff. All of these we're going to have to replace with MV. And same with these for the most part. I think all of them will have to get replaced. This pack looks fun. I mean, if you're into Greg Tech, if it's something that's not going to frighten you away, it definitely is a nice pack to play. But for today, I think we're calling it here. Thanks so much for hanging out, everybody. Appreciate your support. If you're new to the stream, be sure to hit the follow button so you get notified when I go live. We should be back again, maybe this weekend, but if not, then we'll be back on Monday. Have a great rest of your Friday. Have a great weekend. If I don't see you, we'll catch you in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye.